In my 10 plus years of research, I've only had a handful of things ever baffle me. And of those experiences, none of them shook me to my core more than this one.
Give it to us.
I got the chills.
I know, I'm excited.
In the summer of 2012, around a family get-together, my uncle had mentioned that he had previously purchased a property and that his workers have reported weird happenings. My uncle is a businessman that makes his money by buying foreclosed or derelict commercial properties in and around the Chicagoland area, and essentially flipping them by turning them back into either functional businesses or renovated commercial buildings. As it is common knowledge among my family that I am heavily invested in paranormal research, he brought the complaints to me, mostly in jest at the time. After some prodding and convincing, I was able to have his ear long enough to have him agree that me and my team would be allowed to set up an investigation. He seemed to think little of the stories that his employees would tell. I took them differently, as many of them sounded like the employees were genuinely terrified. One of the reasons I became a paranormal researcher was to help debunk fears when someone had no one to turn to. My uncle was mostly a shrewd man when it came to money, so I offered my services free of charge in hopes that I may be able to bring some closure or peace to the employees. After a month, my team and I were Chicago bound with all of our equipment. I had with me my best friend Derek, 21 male at the time, and my other friend Eric, 22 male at the time. Between us, we had several cameras, sensors, and various instruments of the trade. When we arrived, it was clear that renovations were in full swing and mostly complete. The building was a large 3-story and housed a hotel with a full restaurant and ballroom. Despite my uncle's wealth, my immediate family was lower middle class, and it was very obvious to all of us in our band tees and rusty Astro van that we were gravely underdressed. We made our way inside to the front desk, weaving in between the hustle and bustle of what was happening around us. We were met by a receptionist, and he asked what we needed and asked if we were lost, obviously alluding to our shabby college appearances. We tried our best, LOL. I explained that our uncle had told us that he was going to allow us to set up for the night and do a lockdown-style investigation. The receptionist seemed confused by this information, stating that he did not doubt that my uncle gave us that permission, but that it would be difficult to achieve as they would be having guests there that night, and they had just recently opened for business.